So what I'm going to do here is put together our conference center. On the Home tab, if I go to Append, I can say Append and look for NWC files. Now there are lots of different formats that are supported for bringing content into Navisworks. You see DXF, DWG, 3DS, these are all Autodesk products, but there's MicroStation, IGES, ProE, STEP, STL, SAT, they're industry standard, IFC. All of those are available. SketchUp, Vermal, all of that. What I'm doing is just looking for the cache file. There's a definite benefit in working from Revit because Revit already knows what the objects are and what the materials are. So other formats, if I bring them in, I have additional busy work to do in order to make the data usable. But I'm going to pick on NWC and I'm just going to begin by bringing in the structure file, just so you can see it. So there's my structure file, and I can look at this and I can move around, look at it in my model. When I append to bring something in here, I can use the control key to pick more than one file at a time. So I'm going to pick the MEP and the architecture and bring them both in at the same time. Now it's important to realize that those NWC files are linked into this file, the NWF, and that if there were changes made so that the NWC file was updated, then it'll update in here. So you don't need to have finished content to start working with Navisworks. You can make the links and then watch as the project kind of comes together real time as the decisions are being made. So I wanted to point out a couple of things here. Suppose this is my starting position. I'm just turning and looking at my model. I didn't have any viewports here in this project because there were none in the files that were used to generate the NWC files. But so I can right click and say save a viewpoint. But before I do that, or let me do it and just call it all on. Right? All disciplines are switched on. If I go back to my selection tree, these are the three files that I brought in, and they have a hierarchical structure where you can expand and contract or collapse, I should say, the content. What I want to point out is that if I right click on here and say hide, or if I use the Control H key, I can turn off the display of this. And now if I go to the viewpoint, I could say give me a new viewpoint called no architecture, no arch, right? So if I came back in here and said it'll be more obvious if I find the structural. I'm going to turn off the structural, and over on here I'm going to right click and say give me a new viewpoint, no arch and structure, no architecture and structure. Okay, so I can right click on those, and by clicking on the hide, it's like a toggle switch, so I can switch them back on again. Or under my home tab, I can say unhide all to get everything back in my view here. The thing is that now, because the settings were adjusted so that you had, under the interface, that you had said save hide required attributes up here, that is why it's remembering that when the viewpoint was created, certain objects were turned on or were turned off. If you haven't done that in advance, it won't remember that these views should store those settings. So if I go to no arch, if I go to no arch and structure, I'm just seeing the MEP. If I go to all on, I'm seeing them all on again. And that's how you create viewports. It's easy to imagine you could like place the character inside a plant room, so that you can quickly go to that location straight from here and then look around inside it to look for critical placement of equipment.